Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Linn binti Ismail from Group AST291B. Based on a tree planting program, I have done planted my tree. So, do you want to know what kind of tree is? Let's watch this video of planting tree that I have done and try to guess. Watching my video? If yes, can you guess what the tree is? Or are you still wondering what kind of tree is it? It's okay, let me explain. Okay, let me introduce to you. The specific name for this tree is known as Capsicum frutescens Linn. Okay, Solanaceae is a family name for the Capsicum frutescens Linn. Its local name for this tree is known as chili pepper or Tabasco pepper. Okay, next is origin and its distribution. The Capsicum frutescens species likely originated in South or Central America. Capsicum frutescens is native to Central America and North, and at Western South America. Capsicum frutescens also may be related to Capsicum Chinese, that commonly known as a habanero type pepper. Okay, next I will explain about the habitat type for Capsicum frutescens Linn. The habitat type for Capsicum frutescens Linn is it spread quickly throughout the tropical and subtropical regions and still grows wide today. Capsicum frutescens grow well in lowland tropical regions and at an elevation up to 2000 meters. It is also cultivated as an annual in the subtropics and warm temperature areas. It prefers a temperature in the range of 21 to 25 degrees Celsius and is not growing well if temperature exceeds 32 degrees Celsius. However, the original habitat is still obscure. Next, there are three uses of Capsicum frutescens Linn. Okay, let me explain to you one by one. For agroforestry uses is the growing plants repel insects. Next is edible uses. For the fruit, it can be raw or cooked, very hot and normally used as a flavoring. The fruit can be dry and ground into a powder for use as a flavoring. The fruit is up to 7.5 cm long and 1 cm wide. Seed. Seed can be dried, ground and used as a pepper. And last is leaf. It can be cooked as a fourths. Okay, lastly, the uses of Capsicum frutescens Linn can be used as a medicine. The dry fruits of Capsicum frutescens Linn is a powerful local stimulant with no narcotic effects. It is most useful in anatomy of the intestines and stomach. It also has proved that efficacious in dilating blood vessels and thus relieving chronic congestion of people addicted to drink. It is sometimes used as a tonic and is said to be unequal in warding off diseases, probably due to high vitamin C content. The seed also can be used as medicine because it contains capsaicin that are thought to have an antibiotic properties. Okay, lastly, I will talk about the interaction with other species. Okay, the first interaction is pest. Helicoverpa assorta is one of very few insects that can successfully feed on the red pepper because it can tolerate capsaicin. Helicoverpa assorta, the oriental tobacco bedworm, is a moth of the family Nucleidae. Helicoverpa assorta adults are migratory and are found all over the old world tropics, including Asia, Africa, and Australia. The larva feeds on various Solanaceae species. Because of its feeding behavior, Helicoverpa assorta is considered a pest of economically viable crops, including tomatoes, tobaccos, and hot peppers. Due to the pest status, understanding how to control the moth behavior is a priority. But the species' larva-eating behavior and growing resistance to insecticide complicate pest control. Helicoverpa assorta is a pest of red pepper, which is Capsicum frutescens, tobacco, which is Nicotiana tabacum, tomatoes, and onion. They prefer to eat red pepper over tobacco, but are still considered a pest to both. In order to develop and survive successfully, the moth must both have access to nutrient-rich food and be able to digest and uptake the nutrients. Next is mutual interaction. Ants and aphids present a facultative mutualistic relationship that promotes the growth of hemitron colonies. For the reason, the study of the ecological mutualistic association between aphids and ants is important. Aphid species and their ant mutualists were collected from Capsicum annum and Capsicum frutescens in the Cauca Valleys, southwestern Colombia. The DNA barcoding approach was used to identify aphid species and the ant by morphology-based taxonomy. The result shows that the aphid species that attack pepper crops are Aphid gossypi and Maucus persica, with Aphid gossypi being the species that interact with ant. Aphid gossypi colonies attended by ant had large size and more nymphs per colony than those not attended. Okay, that's all from me. I hope that after you hear my explanation, you will know better about this tree. Thank you for your listening and watching, and thank you for your time too. Have a nice day everyone. Assalamualaikum.